Officially at the Tesla Takeover 2023 in San Luis Obispo. Right over my shoulder here is the event, but I'm actually more interested in the parking for the event. These are all the people visiting, and it's just Teslas as far as the eye can see. I mean, if you're on the freeway and you kind of glance over and you see this sea of Teslas, it's absolutely amazing. Very cool. I can't wait to get inside. I got to go in this giant line and actually get inside first. This is awesome.
Are they asking if it's a Tesla?
They could be. So how cool is this? We're parked already, and there is an original Tesla Roadster pulling in. The orange one right there. I've never actually seen one in real life. I don't know if that parking attendant knew it was a Tesla. You know, because he's used to Ys, 3s, Xs, Ss. That is pretty cool to see that coming in. Love it. And we got to go stand in this line now and get inside, but I think it's moving pretty good. Hey guys! Oh my god! Look at that. That is so cool. At the Tesla Takeover, this caught my eye. Camp Stream. Such a cool car, first of all. But second of all, look at what's on top. This is like the ultimate in camping. The whole reason I don't like camping is because there's no AC. And it looks like you solved that problem.
We are the first system out there that takes from your car's HVAC system, and we channel the heating and cooling directly from the car with our system here. We have our high flow adapter kit, which sits right over the vent, channels the air directly through. We have a patent pending system here that makes sure that you keep the rain, snow, dust outside and not in your car cabin. And this runs right up inside your tent. So then the big thing about this is that when you camp at night, usually the humidity builds up at night and it just gets wet and miserable. But the HVAC system's pumping out air around 25% humidity. So it's like a hotel room up there when you're sleeping.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah.
So you've got summer covered, but how about winter? Is it insulated as well?
It's even better in winter. So we have a thermal sleeve here. So basically this is your summer mode for AC to keep the sunlight off.
Yep, nice.
In winter you have black, so it keeps the insulation. So you just reverse these sleeves around, and then basically you're set for wintertime as well.
Wow.
We're based out of Sweden, and so I've been camping at like 9, 10 degrees, snowstorm, and I got like 72, 74 inside the tent. Like, just, it feels so weird when you look out your tent and it's like snowing, and you're like, nope, I'm staying in here.
Very nice.
Yeah, man.
Very nice.
We even have a USB-C hookup, so it plugs right in, and then we have a system where it clips, so it runs right up, and then you can plug your iPhone or your Samsung in there, and then you just charge your phone while you're sleeping at night, and you wake up with a fresh battery.
Nice. So if we do this for our Y, the parents can sleep up top and we can keep the kids in the back, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the cool thing with camp mode is that you can keep the airflow coming out of the other vent, and then this one grabs and channels. So you could have the kids or you sleeping in the back, and then put the other group up in the tent, and you both are going to sleep comfortable at night. If it gets too warm, you just go on your phone and up the temperature or down the temperature, whatever you want, so then you can just adjust it throughout the night. So you don't even have to get out of your car to keep the climate control rolling.
Very cool. Camp Stream, check them out. Thank you so much for being on the channel.
Hey, we're just live on Kickstarter now, so if you guys are interested, you can go to our Camp Stream Gear Kickstarter and support us. We'd really appreciate it as we're trying to get launched.
I'll throw the link down below.
Hey, thanks so much, man.
here with Chris, the CEO of Aptera, on Tesla Tips and Trips. What an awesome looking car you've got.
Oh, thank you so much.
So let's go over the particulars. What kind of range are we talking here?
This is a exercise in first principles engineering. So if you're going to make a vehicle efficient, what do you got to do? You got to make it aerodynamic first. Most sedans and SUVs use over 60% of their fuel at highway speeds, just pushing air out of their way. That's garbage. Make them aerodynamic and you'll get better fuel economy. Make it lightweight, you get even better fuel economy. Give it a super efficient powertrain, you get even better economy. So we get 350 miles per gallon equivalent. We burn about 100 watt hours per mile if you're talking an EV vernacular. So we burn about a quarter of the energy per mile of the average EV. The launch edition of this vehicle has a 400 mile range battery pack, but we offer up to a 1,000 mile range battery pack if you want an upgrade. And the solar that sits on top will get you about 40 miles a day of free solar charges. So it acts like a supercharger, and it's able to charge the vehicle about 40 miles a day.
So just sitting there.
Just sitting there. So
wow.
In Southern California, you get about 11,000 miles a year of free driving.
Right.
In drearier places like Seattle or Chicago, you get about 8,000 miles a year. Still pretty darn good amount of driving, especially if you're paying $6 a gallon for fuel. This is a great trade-up.
Yeah. Now, one of the cool things I find about your company is you were one of the first ones to adapt the NACS plug.
We were
Tesla.
the first one.
Right. So there you go.
We started a petition to have our government make the NAC standard the North American standard, and then by the graces of Elon, the great Elon Goat, he made the connector available and named it the North American Charging Standard. And we just saw it as superior engineering. The Supercharger network was so much better than everything else out there. Why is if the world is going to dump all this money into charging infrastructure, they should be buying superchargers.
Yeah.
They should be using the NAC standard. So we saw that very early on, and we said, we want it, we're going to fight for it, and we fought for it, and by the graces of Elon, we got it.
So when can someone pick one of these up?
We have 44,000 pre-orders for this vehicle now.
Okay.
And we're hoping to have the first validation units done by the end of this year, and it'll take us to kind of mid-20 the next year to start delivering them. So 2024 is the year of solar mobility for us.
Totally. All right, Chris from Aptera, thanks so much for the time on Tesla Tips and Trips.
Thanks, guys.
One of the coolest parts of Tesla Takeover, in my opinion, is the mods section. This thing is out of control. It's amazing some of the things that people do to their Teslas. I love this kind of stuff. I love the creativity. I love what people see in their mind's eye and decide to, use a Tesla as their canvas, I guess, so to speak. It's pretty amazing stuff here at the Tesla Takeover 2023. Look at all these mods. We're gonna go through it real quick and show you just a ton of Tesla mods and all the different things that they do.
range, we made these efficiency products for the Model 3 and Model Y using the same ideas that normally would yield the giant spoilers you see on our race car. The point is, engineering can be applied to whatever use case. It's just where you dial the focus in. And right now we have a good amount of kind of parallel focus with police and Cybertruck and ballistic protection, off-roading, storage solutions, modularity for attachments.
All right, let's go for a little tour around the Tesla Takeover 2023. First of all, we got the TSportLine booth here. They've always got really cool stuff. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad. All kinds of familiar names throughout this show. Hand show right there. I'll take you over. There's MagBak, you can see through there. Over to my left here is, of course, Tesla themselves. They are on site promoting their solar and their batteries. And over there, they've got the cars as well. Let's go take a look at their cars, actually. And they've got cars here for you to take a look at as well. Tesla Model Y here, so folks are taking a look at it. People showing all about it. There's a Model X. Model 3 Performance here, looking pretty spiffy. Model S. Pretty cool stuff. Here's the Tesla stuff. Got the battery, got the solar, got the wall charger. Good presence here actually by Tesla. One thing I'm surprised, no Cybertruck. I was sure we were going to see a Cybertruck here. And no such dice. They've been driving it around San Francisco area. And I thought for sure they'd make the drive down to where we are for this event, and no such luck. Look at this thing, that's pretty cool. We got a Model X over here. I got to show you the inside of this Model X. It's pretty spiffy. First of all, look at the brake calipers. It's pretty cool. Actually, those are the brakes. Look at the inside of this thing. You like turquoise?
Yeah, Chris wants this here.
There you go. Jowua. Look at the front of this Model 3. That's cool. I love that. Here's where we're going to win some prizes, hopefully. Look at this car. This thing is ready for battle. Please do not touch car field here. Okay. It feels rough. Very rough. That's pretty funny.
Was geil wäre, wenn das ein Grip-Tape vom Skateboard
We got wheel protection here. We know MagBak on our channel. MagBak is big on our channel, especially with the rim case products. They're coming in other colors now, in case you were wondering. I like the white ones back there. They've got one half red, half white. The white looks really spiffy. So that's awesome. We've got Ego. Very cool. Modern spare is here. Of course, I've got a modern spare in my car. This is great stuff. Jowua's here. All familiar faces so far here at the Tesla Takeover. EV Mods here. 3D is here with their floor mats, of course. Tesla Model S Plaid right there. That's pretty cool. Tesla owners on site from San Joaquin Valley. That's pretty awesome. We've got a Model Y police car. This is pretty cool. Don't want to get pulled over by that because, you know, they can catch you. Here's a question. Is it a performance? Because, boy, it's hard to tell with the wheels on there. It's a long range. Interesting. They didn't go with the performance. Let's take a look at the inside of this thing. It's all decked out just like a police car. Very cool. Look in there. That's pretty awesome. Police radio stuff. Got the computer on board. Oh, look at this unplugged performance. This is the race car that did Pikes Peak. Look at that. Love it.
You don't think that's obvious?
Stuff all over. Wow. Unplugged performance. Cool stuff for sure. Got a whole booth here. All set up. I think the brake package costs more than my whole car. That is pretty spiffy. I like the blue too. That's really nice. Onto a Model Y unplugged performance. Very cool there. They have a bunch of Rivians for us to check out as well. It's nice for them to come. Very cool to talk with Rivian. And we've got some decent cars that started it all. We've got the Tesla Roadsters, the original ones. And we've got a few on hand here. They are much smaller than you would think. The guy that owns the orange one, he's got to be 6'5", and it looked like it took him a minute to get out of the car, to winch himself out. But very cool stuff to see.
Blast with all cars personally, so EVs are just interesting to explore.
Yeah, for me, once I drove the original Roadster back in '09, the light bulb went off in my head like, oh, this is how we should be doing this from now on. And from there, I just obsessively started learning everything I could about the company, to the point where my wife got sick of hearing me talk about it in the house all the time. So I thought, well, all right, I got to find an outlet for this. I know how to do podcasts because I do them in my day job too.
I don't think it will come as a surprise. A lot of the charging technologies are interesting from my side. I just visited the new expanded Baker Supercharger yesterday, which was just insane. Over 100 DC fast chargers, 12 public chargers, the rest Tesla. It's got to be a cumulative 100 kilowatts of solar going into roughly 3 megawatt hours of battery storage, completely tied together. We can hear the inverters from the batteries actually like doing peak shaving, so actually charging from sunlight in some cases, or from energy that was produced at lower times of demand. It was fascinating to watch the integration of everything, which Tesla's always been the best integrator. And now we're going to see other cars charging on the Supercharger network. So for me, I'm kind of like, obviously as a Tesla owner, I'm like, oh boy, is this going to work? But as a CCS car owner as well, I can't wait to charge on the Supercharger network. So it's all charging tech moving forwards. Mega charger for semi, version 4 Supercharging, which we actually haven't seen yet. We've only seen version 4 Supercharger dispensers. The cabinets are all still V3. So yeah, they're going to dominate the charging world, I think.
And Baker, they also have a Electrify America pretty sizable setup there too. Did you check that out?
Yeah, so you mean the EA site next to Baker? Yeah, so we did a little bit over there, and yeah, they have 12 stalls. They have a 1 megawatt hour mega pack there as well. So a lot of Electrify America stations are powered by Tesla batteries, over 200 actually.
So check this out. Yes, the Tesla Takeover is really impressive. Yes, all the booths and Tesla YouTubers and accessories, but this is the parking lot. Look how impressive this is. A sea of Teslas coming together for this event. Just so many Teslas and that Toyota. But oh, and that Ford right there. But for the most part, it's really, really incredible to see this many Teslas in one place. This is the parking lot of the Tesla Takeover 2023. I had to bring this inside the car because it's so incredibly windy outside. But just wanted to wrap up our video, our coverage of the 2023 Tesla Takeover from San Luis Obispo. We are heading out of the parking lot to a sea of Teslas everywhere. It's pretty amazing. I'm actually having to navigate through like rows of them. But I hope you enjoyed our coverage. It was pretty awesome to see all the Teslas. Put faces to the names of the people that actually support our channel. It's pretty cool to see the folks at MagBak and Jowua, thank you. And so if you enjoyed our coverage, if you like what we're doing here on the channel, as always, I appreciate you watching our videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And we've got more stuff on the way here on Tesla Tips and Trips. So many Teslas! Oh my God. It's crazy!